Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park. Baseball comes your way on a Wednesday afternoon. It's the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Philadelphia Phillies.
Rise up, it's true.
First pitch coming your way next.
Rise up, that's you. Come on and rise up. Put it in action.
And on the hill for the Phillies, Andrew Painter. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Just about to get underway. TJ Friedl getting ready to hit. Underway here at Citizens Bank Park. Gets the outside corner with that one. Into center. Marsh running hard. He's got it. And there's one down. Here's the lineup for the Reds. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Ziggy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Yeah, and what I love is it's an organizational philosophy, Boog. From instructional league to spring training, they practice this approach consistently, even in BP. When players are called up, they fit in right away, and that leads to success.
Matt McLain, batting with one down, takes a strike. That one missed. That's a little high. 2-1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Now all even up. Hit in the air, center field. Marsh settles under it. Takes it in for the out.
Batting third, second baseman Sal Stewart.
Stepping in, Sal Stewart.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
First offering, and it just misses. Fastball for a strike. Good job to fight that one off. Got him looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. Phillies coming up to hit, no score. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back at Citizens Bank Park. On the hill for the Reds, Chase Burns. Singing he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. That one at triple digits.
Oh.
Caught him looking for the K.
Batting second, designated hitter.
And timed out for the Phillies lineup. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They've got some free swingers, don't they? It's a great approach with pitches over the plate, but when the pitcher expands the zone, it just doesn't work. They need to draw more walks to get runners on base.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
Up.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. 2 up, 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, JT Realmuto. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses, struck him out. We played an inning, no score.
Yeah. Worked all day, now it's time for play. Hey, feels like a holiday. Just put on your best and relieve your stress. Hey, feels like a holiday. Bills paid, sipping lemonade up in the shade.
Top of the second, in now for the Reds, Will Benson.
Hitter, Will Benson.
Oh.
Benson starting as the designated hitter, batting in the cleanup spot. So far this season, his on-base percentage is right around .370.
Ball 2.
Two and 0 to count. Here it comes.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Misses outside, ball 3. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one opts against the fence. And he starts off the second with a double.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Noelvi Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0. Man at second. That misses off the outside edge.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
2-0. And another ball. Right through there for a strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
The Reds looking to strike first here at the top of the second. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe, 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. That one hops off the wall and should score at least one. One runs in, the relay, tag, save.
Hey.
It's 2-zip.
Well, he had the opportunity to drive in some runs, and he comes through to break the tie. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Here's Jose Trevino. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the third and final game of the series. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
So now with one away and a man at second, and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Dane Myers. Right through there for a strike. And the 0-1. Still only one out here in the inning. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. In comes the run from second, and they take a 3-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One out, runner at second. Now batting key Brian Hayes.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
And that's in for a strike. Fastball for a strike.
That's the ball.
really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Two now. In the dirt. Payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time. 2 away.
Up next for Cincinnati, left fielder TJ Friedl.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. TJ Friedl now at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Myers at second with 2 down. That one hammered but pulled foul.
No, anytime you launch one foul that has the distance, it's tough to reset for the rest of the at-bat. He's going to have to do it here. You know, that changeup didn't fool him by much, but it did its job and had him out front.
In the dirt. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that is that. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Reds 3 and the Phillies nothing. You're watching Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the inning, Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Stays alive. The 0-2. That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strike zone. Sure, it had some good arm side run at the end to move to the outside part of the plate. But with 2 strikes, you got to be ready to swing it there, and you can't leave it in the umpire's hands.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Burns, certainly one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and double-digit strikeouts are not out of the norm in his starts. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. What a stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Batting 6.
He wants to give the bullpen the day off and the defense behind him because he knows he can strike anybody out. And the way that hitters are swinging, they're trying to lift, trying to get the ball in the air. He's going to take advantage of that.
Alec Bohm in the box here lets that one go for a ball. There's a process too, right? The way he goes about setting up hitters.
Yeah, and he's coming right at you. He's going to get ahead in the count. And when you're a hitter and you find yourself 0-2, 1-2 with a guy who has 3 to 4 pitches that are nasty, you are very defensive. And he plays upon that, and many times he comes out on top.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a bouncer. McLain whips it to first on the run, and they get the out. Down quickly go the Phillies. They trail it here 3-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Well, these Reds showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Got him swinging.
Up next for Cincinnati, second baseman Sal Stewart.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Now at the plate, Sal Stewart. His first at bat was a strikeout.
A lot of folks believed he could make an early impact this year, and that's exactly what he's done. Lots of extra base hits, and his confidence seems to be growing with every game he plays.
Here comes the 0-1. And that clips the inside corner.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Here's the 0-2. That's to third. Oh, what a stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Third basemen have to be so quick with their first step reactions. Hot shots like that. That's why they call it the hot corner. That's a perfect example, though. There's no way he gloves that one if he's not dialed in, anticipating something coming his way, staying on his toes every pitch. Really nice job to get back up, set himself, and make a strong throw across the diamond.
Benson in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Two down, nobody on. Just off the outside edge. Ball 1. There's a strike. And now 2-2. That one missed. Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Reds go down quietly, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers.
My crew is on top, nothing can stop us. Me and my homies rolling on the block. We saw some on our jocks. Drop top Benzo, sitting on Lorenzo's. European kid, looking real fresh, yo. Roll down the window. What's up, baby? My name's KB, and you can roll with me.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
Oh, 1 now. On the inside corner for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And the 0-2. Struck him out swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back-to-back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Now here is Otto Kemp. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Late on that fastball.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
On the ground to the left, Hayes zips it to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
Batting ninth, shortstop Pedro Leon.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Pedro Leon had the day off yesterday. He swings and fouls one off.
Nope. 0-1.
Right through there for a strike.
That's not the first time they've watched a fastball zip by for a strike. I don't know if they're taking intentionally in those spots, but I'd like.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back here in Philadelphia, in now for the Reds, Noelvi Marte. A little bit high, maybe, and that's ball 1.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Zach McCambley, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Banks, the lefty, warming up as well. Here's a 1-1. Hit weakly on the ground. Bohm throws on to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Up next for Cincinnati, first baseman Nathaniel Lowe.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. He drove it 2 with a double his first time up. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. The 0-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
That one close, ruled a ball. 2-2. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. So they've still got both their challenges. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Andrew Painter is done, and not his finest start. Never really looked comfortable out there. We'll have a new pitcher on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching.
Zach McCambley will take over here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Jose Trevino struck out swinging his first time.
Oh.
Well, he looks more
that's a ball.
focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Oh.
Just
Ball
missed.
3.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That's ripped. Base hit. And that extends the inning.
Up next for Cincinnati, center fielder
Dane Myers, the next to hit for the Reds. He doubled home a run in his first AB. And that drops in for a strike. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
An at-bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact. Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Trevino leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him. That's the 3rd out. Reds lead 1, but they lead at 3-0. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers.
Even in the dark, you know I gotta shine. I looked out the window, saw the sun shining, made me feel real hope. The better days are coming for all my kinfolk. In the past, all the days where you been broke, been hurt, been scarred, been hard. I'm not saying that it's easy, but get smart. When you focus on the good, it plays a big part to making sure that you headed to take a big star. I wake up and see the
Up.
The 0-1. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Over to Lowe. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for the Phillies, designated hitter Kyle.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. 0 for 1 so far. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Singing he's currently the team leader in runs scored. The 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
The 0-2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here's JT Realmuto. And that one's going to get into the corner. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
This is Bryson Stott. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And a foul ball. Two on, one out. On the ground.
Oh.
And foul ball.
Ball.
Tough to take
Outside.
a two-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze it.
One and two here. That's a base hit as a run scores. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. He's 0 for 1. Late on that fastball.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Man at second. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Good job at damage control right there. We've played 4. It's the Reds 3 and the Phillies 1. You're watching Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Tanner Banks.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. That's in there.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
That's a strike. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Stott gets under it, and there's one away.
Up next for Cincinnati, left fielder TJ Friedl.
Back to the top of the order. Next for Cincinnati, TJ Friedl. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Ball.
Late with the swing there.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
2 down, bases empty. Next to hit, Matt McLain. And first offering is fouled off. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
Cold strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half. Reds down in order, but they still lead it 3-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm.
Third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Burns back to work. Out to short. McLain throwing the dirt, and he can't come up with it.
Up next,
Well, it's been a
for the
struggle on
Phillies,
offense for them in this one, so maybe that wakes them up a little bit. You know, an error can certainly give the opposing lineup something to get excited about. You got somebody on base, so we'll see if they can make something of it.
Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. Struck out swinging his first time. Splits the plate. Strike 1. Swing and a ground ball down the line, and it's foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Bohm gets his lead at first, nobody out. Oh, great stop. The feed for 1. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy when it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Otto Kemp will hit next. The 0-1. Almost got him.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
The 1-1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
In the air, right field. Marte moving under this one. And that is that. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. Score holds. It's 3-1. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Close game here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one.
Pasa que desde que vi tu cara me enamoro de ti. Todo es que tú tienes no sé qué. Siento que te pasa lo mismo cuando te miro. Que dices si no a ver el amanecer. Te digo y luego viene y me vamos a vernos luego.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Orion Kerkering.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
In now for the Reds, Sal Stewart. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, these Reds, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Right through there for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Will Benson digs in now. 1 for 2. Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
A couple of doubles today for the DH. One out, runner at second. Noelvi Marte, the next to hit.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And it's 1-1. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2.
No.
One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a slow roller. Bohm slings to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And now the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Man on second, 2 down. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. Nathaniel Lowe goes deep. It's his 8th home run of the year. And they add a couple more. It's 5-1. Jose Trevino, the next to hit for the Reds. In for a strike. 0-1. Line to right center field. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for Cincinnati, center fielder
Dane Myers now at the plate. Trevino off of first with 2 away.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Here's a 2-1. And there's a ball. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that one did find the strike zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Strikes, and that will end the inning. 1 for the Reds on the homer. It's now 5-1.
I'm a dreamer, high achiever. You know when we're in the place, we don't hold back, we're right in your face. We can't lose, we take your first place.
Now pitching for Cincinnati.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Sam Moll.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Digging in, Pedro Leon. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, these Phillies just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So the Philly batting order turns over. And here's the first baseman, Bryce Harper. Oh, 1 down. Foul ball there. The Phils down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Down the left field line, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. That clips a corner. First and second here, no outs. Fought off foul. Mole. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Swings and misses, struck him out.
A left-handed batter facing a left-handed pitcher that's got some sink like that at the end. It's just the bottom falls out of it when it looks like it's going to be a pretty good pitch in that location that everyone says lefties love.
2 aboard with 1 out. Here's the Phillies catcher, JT Realmuto. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Fouled off left side. 1 out. Runners at first and second. That's a base hit. Here comes Leon. He'll score. 3-run game. It's 5-2.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
First and second, 1 out. Bryson Stott getting ready to hit.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
There's the strike. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Late swing, foul to the left. Oh, 2 now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Two on, 1 out. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies.
And Boog, I'd say he's due. No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Two on, two outs. Ripped, but it curls foul. And 1-2. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Hauls it in on the warning track. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Alvarado.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Leading off, Brian Hayes.
Third baseman, Brian Hayes.
And that skips in the dirt.
Huh.
That clips the corner. The 1-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now here is TJ Friedl. And the 0-1. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Hayes on at first, nobody out. Way inside, gets out of the way. Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. Brings it in. One away.
Up next for Cincinnati, shortstop Matt McLain.
So digging in, Matt McLain. 0 for 3 in this one. Shoots a line drive single into right center. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Here's the second baseman, Sal Stewart. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. In there for strike one. The Reds trying to break this one open here in the top half of inning number 7. Just missed. Close one, doesn't get the call. And a count 2-1. Two on, one out. To the right side. Gets it to first. 2 down.
Up next for Cincinnati, the designated hitter, Will Benson.
Will Benson, the next to hit for the Reds. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
That's in for a strike. Line drive, that's a base hit. 1 run across. Now a long throw home. Safe. He beats the tag. And the lead is up to 5.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Noelvi Marte. Outside low, ball 1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. That one lifted to left. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Reds 7 and the Phillies 2. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast.
Now pitching for Cincinnati.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Connor Phillips.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies.
Third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Up next for the Phillies, right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Called strike right there. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The Reds leading by 5 here at the bottom of the 7th. And El Bombi is kept in check with the K.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Otto Kemp.
Now the left fielder, Otto Kemp. 2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled away. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Back here in Philadelphia, this offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Nope, outside.
Just
no,
missed.
That's the ball.
And
no,
another
That's
ball.
the ball.
Here's a 3-0. There's a strike. Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full. On the ground to third. Bohm throws on to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Cincinnati catcher Jose Trevino.
Next to hit, Jose Trevino. Just missed. Right through there for a strike. Sinker catches the zone at the knees. Trevino wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge. This one in the air. And there's 2 away.
Up next for Cincinnati, center fielder Dane Myers.
2 outs, base is empty. At the plate, Dane Myers. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Two down, nobody on. That one not close. And 1-1.
Whoa.
Knee high, that's in for a strike. Myers not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. So the call will stand. No challenges left for them now. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 8th. This to third. Bohm. Slings it across, and that is the inning. Nobody left for Cincinnati, but they're still on top 7-2. Bottom of the 8th. And now for the Phillies, Pedro Leon. Check swing called strike. That's strike one. Right through there for a strike. Oh, 2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Gets a piece and stays alive. Line drive. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And the bottom of the 8th starts with a double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here comes Bryce Harper. 1 for 3.
That's a ball.
Man at second.
That's out the corner.
On the ground to third. Hayes to first. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Up next for the Phillies, designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Swings through that.
Well, he went inside a couple of times and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Here comes Realmuto.
Catcher JT Realmuto.
Hey!
Little dribbler up along third. Over to Lowe. That's the inning. It's the Reds 7 and the Phillies 2. We go to the 9th. In now for the Reds, Brian Hayes.
Up.
Close, but called a ball. And that is ball one. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. And they'll do it again. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him in a chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
Back to the top of the order now. Now here's the Reds leadoff man, TJ Friedl. 0 for 4, 3 flyouts and a strikeout. Jackknifes out of the way. The 1-0.
Strike. Whoa.
Hayes gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Oh.
Just
No.
missed. Three-two now. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Well, we've seen this recipe cook up a big inning plenty of times. 2 runners on, nobody out, and they're in the heart of their order. It's just a great opportunity to put up a crooked number.
Matt McLain, the next to hit for the Reds. Right through there for a strike. First and second, no outs here at the top of the ninth. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
Oh.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Pitch kicks away. But no advance from the runners. No outs, runners at first and second. That one well upstairs. Full count now. Got him looking for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Stewart in the box now. Takes strike 1. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. There's a strike. Pitch misses, and it's 2-2. This one in the air, right field. Way back there. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Two on, one out. Well struck left field. And out of here. A 3-run shot, and they add to their lead.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
One down. So now here's the Reds cleanup hitter, Will Benson. Just off the inside edge. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
That misses the zone. Ball 2.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it, save the rest of that bullpen, somehow stop the bleeding.
The 2-1. And a foul ball. Pitch misses there. Full count now. Outside, and it's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first with one gone. Noelvi Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. Right through there for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. The throw to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. Reds get 3 on this long ball. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. You're watching Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th, Brock Burke.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Stepping in, Bryson Stott.
Second baseman, Bryson Stott.
Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. There's a strike. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Marsh stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Foul ball.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
On the ground to short, McLain. The throw to first, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Phillies, third baseman, Alec Bohm.
So it's their last chance in this one. Alec Bohm digs in now. That's in there, and that is strike 1.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
2 down, nobody on. Out to short, slides for the stop, over to first, and what a play! Ball game.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
10-2 the final in this one. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Yeah.